Ava Map News is now live streaming NBA 2K25, finally playing 2K25.
Congratulations. What you doing? Boss move. Boss move.
What you refuse to do?
Refuse to lose. Refuse to lose. I'm just trying to win. Win. Congratulations. Boss move. Boss move.
Fendi. She give me a commission. Only time he could get at me is my mentions. Buy for it, get it tatted, I know her dimension. She so in love with CC, it's all over her wish list. They took her to the back room, I let her get the bit. Full of envy, don't put them in your business. I let you go for whatever you want if she ain't get. Dumb 800 on chrome jean, camo shorts and a long sleeve. I'll be gone for a month or two, I'm knocking out this money. I gotta keep some racks inside my reach, get lonely. And on me, bro, titles get out home. My clothes on my armpit, I'm turning up with like I don't got my own. Cut off on an island, both our phones on silent. Like, what you heard about me, you gotta come and try this. Like, these handshakes get weirder and weirder. Look at every man, I don't fear them. These little, they worship. I ain't by my other purse in a minute. I ain't take a pretty to Turks in a minute. I ain't put no in a minute. I ain't been on earth in a minute. I always talk to God, but I ain't been in church in a minute.
What do y'all want to see me play?
maybe we can speak about the price. When they talk about my name, no, I define greatness. We couldn't rush a day, it took divine patience. Ain't nothing been the same, it's just my observation. These memories never fade, no, I cannot erase them. I done watched loyalty disintegrate, blowing in the wind, windows down on the interstate. I was confused, I always thought when the money came, that meant sunny days and all your problems just went away. Ain't nothing slow me down like when I had a Sprite. Sometimes it was, then it was like we was at the light. Maybe that precise, you're not familiar with begging God to just bring my energy protected. I've been burning sage, follow how you feel. You won't be led astray. I said it and I meant it, don't know no other way. They ask me how I'm doing, tell them I'm doing great. Cause if I really wasn't, could you help me? If I really wasn't, would you help me? If I really wasn't, would you help me? If I really wasn't, would you help me? When your talent speak for itself, never pretend to be great. I moved on from that Nike box, I tried to fill up a safe. Get real and turn you numb, feel like their feelings erase. You ain't never got the chills till you shake. Homie, the streets cold, no contributions to nothing I was pursuing. I understand it's hard to call it a movement if it ain't moving. Keep your energy the same from all them days when I felt ruined. Had everything to gain, but you complain while we recruit. We sat around the table, broke bread like the ciphers. Judas, I can feel you touch a snake and it might bite you. Can I call and ask you for the things you asking me? Probably wouldn't let me use your bathroom if I had to. You probably wouldn't throw no water on me. Now you trying to swim, you see my jeweler threw some water on me. If I was you and you was me, you would've left me out. Got it on my own, I would never ask you. My energy protected, I've been burning sage. Follow how you feel, you won't be led astray. I said it and I meant it, don't know no other way. They ask me how I'm doing, tell them I'm doing great. Cause if I really wasn't, could you help me? If I really wasn't, would you help me? If I really wasn't, would you help me? If I really wasn't, would you help me? still love. It's 5 a.m. and I'm right now. Tell me, can we still? It's just a, I know. I lied to you way before I had you right in some more. But then again, I could be.
Welcome to NBA 2K TV. We have a packed episode for you this week with tips on getting better at the game, as always, and we also have a special guest with insight on handling.
Now, as you're watching, we've included an Easter egg with 2K TV Interactive. So pay attention to the question because one is worth a big VC reward.
Which question? Well, we won't tell, but a hint, it's hiding in plain sight or right in front of your eyes.
If you're in the city and looking to accelerate your My Player's progression, Chris Brickley's gym is a great place to be.
There's 3-on-3 competition during the weekdays and 5-on-5 action throughout the weekends. These games are important because they accelerate badge progression depending on the difficulty.
Playing on easy will earn double the badge progression, while medium will triple it. And if you are ready for the challenge, play on hard because you'll earn 4 times the badge progression.
You can find Chris Brickley's gym right here across from these palm trees in the city. Get over there.
Happy to have you with us for NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Anderson alongside Clark Kellogg and Grant Hill. On the sidelines, Allie LaForce. And the Lakers starting 5. It's LeBron at power forward with AD as the center. Austin Reeves out there with Connect, and it's Reddish in at the small forward position. And for the Suns, KD and Nurkic are the big men for them. Devin Booker out there with MP, and it's Beal in at the 3, the small forward. What a huge game in the Cup tonight. Both of these teams 2-0, and a win tonight is a giant step towards the knockout stages, Grant.
Well, remember this, BA. The first tiebreaker is head-to-head record. So if you win this one, you get that. I expect a really intense game.
Now here's Reeves. Pass to Reddish. Here he goes. It doesn't go for him. Nice D from Beal. Here's MP. That one's in there on the nice assist from Beal.
Outrunning the field, MP. He's got those young legs, folks.
Outside Reeves. Floats one. Durant pulls it in. Phoenix with the ball. This game coming on the heels of their win versus the Knicks.
Yeah, they hit the court last game with some serious attitude, especially on offense.
And, you know, confidence is key there. They seem to play with a ton of it, especially on the offensive end.
Here's Reeves. 14 points for him last game against Denver. And we're joined now by Shams Charania. He's calling in with a story. Good to have you, Shams. What's going on?
Thanks, guys. The Lakers this summer signing first-time head coach J.J. Redick. He's a veteran of 15 seasons, and the sharpshooter's rise in broadcasting had been meteoric. The Lakers really want Redick to be their long-term head coach, but the question, with an aging superstar in LeBron, how much patience will exist in L.A. for Redick learning on the job?
Something to keep an eye on, no doubt. Okay, Shams, thank you. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Mike Budenholzer. He spoke about LeBron James' ability to completely control the game. They want to set the pace for themselves and make LeBron and his guys play catch-up. Coach said we have to play our brand of basketball and not worry about who's on the other side. Play our game, set the pace, and we should be all right. Back to you, BA.
Thank you for that, Allie. Well, Grant, if you talk about consistent top-level scores, Devin Booker is near the top of that list.
Yeah, and going back to the 17-18 season, Devin has averaged at least 25 points every year. Book can create his own shot and finish. It's hard finding guys who can do both.
Shoot two.
That free throw good from Booker. Well, Grant, the Suns were swept in the first round last year. Are super teams a thing of the past, you think?
You know, perhaps, B.A. The Suns had KD, Booker, and Bradley Beal, but the constraints of the salary cap mean you end up a little top-heavy. The rest of the roster was tough for them to fill out.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. You know, Clark, with the Lakers, at times it is hard to maintain a sense of continuity.
Well, it sure is, B.A. I mean, there's always pressure to improve or be at your best, but even more so when you're playing in the glitz and glamour of L.A. and all that history. And because of that, sometimes it can lead to high team turnover when you're playing for the Lakers. Boy, he's really feeling it right now, shooting a high percentage to start this game.
Now here's Booker, guarded closely. From 12 feet. Yep, that one goes. Booker's got 6 points.
And this is how you want to start the ball game. 4 for 4 from the field. Seems like they're right on point and can't miss.
Durant against James. Here's Connect. 20 points for him last game against Denver.
Showing off the timing and awareness defensively. Better think twice before challenging Nurkic.
Back to Booker. MP with it. Picked up by Reddish. Outside for Booker. Shot clock at 6. 2 minutes. Reeves. And Booker the bucket on the assist by MP. Give him 8.
I just love the ball movement.
And the Lakers call time here. The Suns beat them last time when these two met in Phoenix.
If they want to beat these guys this time, they have to do better on the glass. That was their undoing.
And sometimes that can be a motivating factor. May very well light a fire under them tonight. Nobody likes to be dominated on the glass like that.
And the Suns going with a whole new group out there. And looking at the small forward position, here are the most dangerous outside shooters who continue to do damage and give defenses fits. You look at O'Neal, just an outstanding shooter. He's currently 5th in the league in three-point percentage.
And if you're trying to defend it,
here's Russell. KD and Nurkic are the big men for him. MP is out there with Devin Booker, and it's Beal in at the 3. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Suns. Here's Booker, and Booker throws it down.
what a finish. Love to see that kind of explosiveness from Booker.
There's the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, capturing the moment. Russell to pass to Davis. Back to Russell. It's hauled in by the Suns. Outside Booker. Durant looking around. Outside. Shoots it from the high post. Offensive rebound. Booker, good.
Yeah, putting in the work, finding that second chance opportunity.
Lakers trail by 17. Pass to Hachimura. Oh, Beal picks his pocket. Fast break, here we go. And he lays it in on the break.
They're really in control on both ends of the floor right now, forcing turnovers and finding easy points while the other guys struggle to keep up.
Now here's Russell. Fires the three. And once again, off the mark by Los Angeles.
Hey, the struggle is real. He hasn't found much success with his offense today.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Well, guys, the Suns are going for it. All-star guard Devin Booker said everybody here is on the same page. We're in win-now mode. We want excellence. We know it's not going to be easy, but when you give up that much, we're trying to win this year and years to come. Brian, this front office has been aggressive.
They are all in, Allie. Thank you. Clark, Hachimura has always been a monster with his strength. He knows how to use his frame.
He sure does, and he has an ample frame, B.A., and working out with LeBron during the summer and training certainly hasn't hurt him in that regard. He knows how to use his body, but he's also become a pretty reliable three-point shooter and all-around scorer.
Outside Booker. It's Beal on the wing. MP outside. He tries for three. That one's in there on the nice assist from Beal. MP's got 8.
Displaying the range right there. Good to see MP taking and making that kind of shot.
Time called here. The Lakers decide to talk it over. They're coming off that loss against Denver.
Defensively, they weren't up to the task. Didn't play as a cohesive unit, and it really hurt them.
And, you know, that's all about effort, and I'm sure their coach let them have it for the lack thereof.
With some changes, Reddish is checked in for Hachimura, and Austin Reeves is subbed in for Russell. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second. James with the ball. Still no points. Outside Reddish. Shot clock at 5. Shoots over Beal. The Lakers with another miss.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
And Grant, one thing we've seen so far with the NBA Cup tournament, it's been an absolute blast for the fans.
Yeah, B.A., it's the ideal way to make games more engaging. Fans love to brag about anything their team does. So in that regard, giving veterans Season games, this extra spice has been a huge success. Yeah, just a strong finish. Dalton Connect, not to be denied.
And guys, let's get your take. And so it's the Phoenix Suns sitting on a comfortable 21-point lead at the end of the quarter. They've had incredible success defensively, taking away good looks and pressuring shooters. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. Boy, we're seeing a tremendous game from Devin Booker.
Yeah, tonight, he's done a great job of slashing through the lane and finishing.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
And so in the game for Los Angeles, it's LeBron at power forward with AD as the center. Connect is out there with Austin Reeves. And it's Reddish in at the small forward. And for the Lakers, they're shooting only 29% in this one. Not great. Outside Reddish. Rebounded by Nurkic.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
Reeves, the pass to James. Into the lane. Rebounded by Nurkic. Nurkic has got 4 rebounds now. And Clark, what's incredible about LeBron? He makes as big of an impact off the court as he does on it.
DA, I think it's going to be one of the great case studies when he's all done playing. How he's impacted the game and uplifted people across the country and world. He's a tremendous advocate for social justice. He's obviously a shrewd and successful businessman, and he's been a vocal leader who also leads by example. He's actually epitomizing the change he'd like to see in other folks and inspiring along the way.
And James has got the ball here for the Los Angeles Lakers. That'll wrap up this short 2-game road trip. Pass to Connect. And he lobs it up. Oh, Booker with a block.
Clearly out of sync to begin this half. 0 for their first 3 attempts.
Durant, pass to Booker. That's good. And so Durant with the assist. Durant's got 3 assists tonight.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
To the middle. Here's James. And Durant with the block.
For all the scoring, KD's 7.5-foot reach can sometimes get overlooked. He said, let me remind you with that rejection.
Shots blocked. Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
On the wing, Reeves. Pass to Connect. They still need this. They get the rebound. Reddish. Beal with some nice D.
It's obvious they're becoming frustrated. Nothing seems to be going their way.
You know, guys, no denying it's been a rough patch here. I think they've got to run whatever is best in their playbook to get a good shot.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Durant, pass to MP. Offline with a 3. Here's Reddish. Kevin Durant pulls it in. Durant's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
He's been an absolute non-factor. 0 factor this game. Just a horrible performance from him.
Beal's shot is off.
Well, you know, this is what happens. You can't afford to lose concentration even for a nanosecond.
And Devin Booker is already one of the greatest players in Suns history, Grant.
Well, you could argue that Steve Nash still ranks ahead of him. He did win 2 MVPs with the Suns. But when it's all said and done.
And they want a second opinion on that call. The signal for the coach's challenge has been made.
And even with the coach's challenge in place, we've seen so many of these personal foul calls still disputed even after the video review.
There's no doubt there's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls. But at least we have the option to take a second look, so the officials can be sure they get it right. And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still...
Substitution on the court. At the line for Phoenix, Monte Morris. Shooting one.
That free throw good for Morris. 3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Pass to James. Excellent D there from O'Neal.
He's trying to find his shot, but at some point you have to start making these.
MP inside, guarded by Russell. It's good.
They got a big lift from their crowd tonight, giving them the energy they needed.
Boy, they've given their fans plenty to cheer about, that's for sure. Effort, skill, coaching, you name it, they've done it.
So no problem for Phoenix as they get the win. Boy, they were something special to watch tonight, and the crowd loving every second of it.
It's always a great feeling when you play this well for your fans. This team really showed what it's capable of.
And that'll do it, folks. For Grant Hill, Clark Kellogg, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson, thanking you for watching. So long, everybody.
Congratulations.
It's going in! Hey, man.
Let's get everyone over here and get started. Here's what we're going to do.
Yes, sir. That's the way I back up my game.
To lose. Yes, sir.
Great practice today. Now get out there and put up some more shots.
Let's get everyone over here and get started. Here's what we're gonna do.
Now we're rolling.
Started already.
Just like that.
Let's get everyone over here and get started. Here's what we're gonna do.
We got this, don't worry.
one more.
You guys the ones who gonna be losing today.
Let's get to work. Here's what we're gonna do.
You got it. Come on, man.
Hey, yo, right here. That's the way I bring it hard. We've been ready. We're waiting your team. Woo! I made it quiet.
To be the most realistic basketball game, 2K brings in the best players around the world to mocap their moves.
Josh Okoye had an amazing international career, played in the NBA, and he is one of the best ball handlers we've seen come through mocap.
No doubt. And he's also a big 2K player. So we invited him on to get some insight on how to approach the game both on and off the court and in NBA 2K. Take a look.
Josh Okoye, welcome to NBA 2K TV. So excited to have you on today. Now, you've had a long career playing overseas in the NBA. So in 2K14, your dribbling moves first showed up in the game, which is spectacular. What was it like to have 2K ask you to have your dribbling moves in the game?
First off, it was a blessing because I've played 2K for a big part of my childhood growing up. When they asked me, I was like over the moon to do it. It took some getting used to with the tight suit. But once I got in there, I loved it. So that was really cool.
What did you think about seeing your moves in the game?
It was crazy. It was crazy. My son was the first one to kind of like really like show me this and that. And then I would kind of look back and be like, I think that's my move. Being able to see my son doing it and being able to show his friends, that was awesome.
Let's meet the starting lineup for the visiting Brooklyn Nets. At point guard, Shake Milton. At power forward, Bojan Bogdanovic. At center, Nicholas Claxton. At the other forward position, Cameron Johnson. At the other guard position, Cameron Thomas. The head coach of the visiting team is Jordi Fernandez. And now the starting lineup for your Phoenix Suns. At the center position, at 7'0", number 20, Yusuf Nurkic.
Well, so the next starting five. Cameron Johnson is out there with Bogdanovic. Then there's Nicholas Claxton. Then it's Thomas. And it's Milton in at the 1. And for Phoenix, up front, Durant plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. MP out there with Booker. And it's Beal in at the 3. So Phoenix will get the first possession. All right, Greg, here we are on the day before Thanksgiving, a very special time of the year. Any favorite Thanksgiving traditions or foods for you or your family?
Oh, Kevin, I'm a sweet potato pie lover, but I tell you, man, I love it all. I can't wait.
And so it's KD with it. He brings up the ball for Phoenix. And this is their first time matched up with Brooklyn this year.
And going back a season ago, it was a win for both sides in their two meetings.
You know, despite the disparity in talent, these two teams played each other tough last year. Let's see how competitive they are this time around.
Rebound by the Suns. Their last game, a win against the Lakers, looking to carry it into this one.
Well, they came into that game looking to be physical, looking to control the boards, and they succeeded.
That control of the boards, I felt, fed their offense. There were a ton of second chances, a lot of confidence their bigs could dominate the glass.
The big challenge in Beal's career, Doris, has been staying consistently healthy, right?
There's no question about it, Kevin, because you never have doubted the talent. I mean, Bradley Beal is a three-tool player. He came into the league as an elite shooter, but now has become incredibly good with the basketball in his hand. The good news, he's always been resilient and fought hard to come back as quickly as possible.
And that one goes in, 2 from the line that time. Since moving back to Brooklyn in 2012, the Nets, Greg, have won just 2 playoff series.
And just think about the all-stars they've had. KG, Pierce, Durant, Kyrie, Harden. I could name more. The Nets just haven't been able to put it together.
Now here's Booker. Against the Lakers, he was really on his game. Tries a three, and it's MP with the three.
CMP just looking to continue to refine that three-point shooting.
Booker against Thomas. Looking to end the run, and there's a nice layup by Milton.
First make of the day should finally give them a little confidence.
It's usually interesting. After a bit of a struggle, does the first bucket get you into a little rhythm now?
Now, here's MP. Coming in off a 12-point game this last outing.
That's a great beginning. 3 for 3 from the floor.
We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Milton against MP. Milton kicks to Bogdanovich. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
Well, this is Bojan Bogdanovich's specialty. You make a three on one end, he says, I got your back.
MP looking around. Here's Beal. Offensive rebound. Nurkic. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass. Nurkic has got his second basket of the night. Nets trail by 7. Now Johnson. His numbers are looking pretty good. He's got his scoring average up around 18.5 points a game. Here's Milton. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3. And first time out of the game called for Phoenix. I'm told now by our producer, do we have him, guys? Okay, we do. We have a call coming in from Shams Charania. Shams, thanks for joining us. What do you have?
Well, guys, after getting swept in the first round last season, everyone around the league had a sense that changes were coming in Phoenix. And now a new coaching staff led by Arizona native Mike Budenholzer, but also finally getting point guards in Tyus Jones and Monte Morris on value deals. They aim to do better this season, and guys, they have that talent with the big three of Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, and Bradley.
Looking for a bit of redemption. All right, Shams, thanks a lot. And Phoenix with a whole new group on the floor. Allen outside.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
1:56 left. Group out there on the floor for the Nets. Up front, Durant plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. Devin Booker out there with MP. And it's Beal in at the 3 slot. That's who's out there for Phoenix. Here's MP. MP taking flight.
Well, MP sensed his opportunity and did not hold back on the drive.
Thomas with the ball. He's coming off a 16-point game against Golden State. Milton looking around. Shoots from 8. That one a little long. Phoenix leading by 7. Outside Beal. We're starting the second quarter, about a minute gone. MP powers through the contact inside.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
First personal foul.
Bradley Beal picks one up. And you talk about complementary pieces, Doris. Cam Johnson could fit on any team in the NBA.
2 shots.
And that is because, Kevin, he has got one of the most valuable skills in the game today. That's range shooting. He's got size and a quick release, and he just continues to grow on the defensive end.
No good on the free throw. Greg, what a great time to be a fan of basketball. Not just in the NBA, but all over the world.
Absolutely, Kevin. The sport just continues to grow, and there's increased value being placed on all-around skill, even in youth basketball. And I think that bodes well for the future of the game.
And he's good on the second. And not too long ago, Doris, there were such high hopes for the Nets' future.
I mean, think about it, Kevin. A few years back, people were talking about Brooklyn being a dynasty in the making. They were loaded with talent. And for a lot of reasons, it fell apart pretty quickly. How fine is that line between success and failure in the league? Incredible.
And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for Brooklyn. Trailing here by 8. They'll be hosting Orlando for the next one. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Thomas with it, now guarded by Booker. Thomas down low. He's guarded by Booker.
Well, seized up just a little bit at the last second. That's when he normally converts.
Durant soaring in for the deuce.
Adding to their advantage, trying to find a way to blow this one open.
One of the things they're doing is identifying favorable matchups and then going at them.
With a short break in the action gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, the Brooklyn Nets wasted no time hiring the next coach, Jordi Fernandez, shortly after the conclusion of last season. Despite his youth, Fernandez has been on the rise after stops as an assistant with the Kings, Nuggets, and Cavs, as well as coaching the Canadian national team. Kevin?
DA, we've been talking about Jordi Fernandez for a long time. Now his big break, and I'm very happy. I know we all are for Coach Fernandez. Hey, David, thank you. Here's Milton. After the made shot from Bradley Beal. Pass to Johnson. Back to Milton. Shot clock at 5. Over MP. And with that shot, the Suns' lead is cut down to 10 on the bucket for Milton.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
Now, here's MP. He's got 10. Booker, no good.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Here's Thomas. Good D by Booker.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
There's the dish to MP from the arc. And a great assist by Booker as that one goes in. Booker's got 3 assists tonight. And the Nets decide to take their first time out here. GA, when we think about Devin Booker's scoring ability, he always has been ahead of the curve.
The youngest player ever to score 70 in a game, amongst the youngest to get to 10,000 points. Booker is on a historic scoring pace.
And the Suns here with a different look. Mason Plumlee's checked in for Nurkic. So it's the Phoenix Suns closing out the quarter with a 20-point lead. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. We come back right after this.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Suns Youth Dance Team.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. You look at MP in this one, he's been everywhere.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
You know, as a coach, you can preach good shot selection, but it's up to the players to execute, and this guy has done just that.
Starting off the second half, here's Jordi Fernandez's foul. Shake Milton is out there with Cam Thomas. Then there's Bojan Bogdanovic. Then there's Cam Johnson. And it's Claxton in at the 5, patrolling the paint. KD passes to Booker. Basket good. Booker's got his first basket.
Well, you love the lethal scoring ability off the dribble. Booker putting extraordinary pressure on the defense.
You know, Doris, you think back to the Suns in the NBA Finals not too long ago. How quickly things can change in this NBA.
Kevin, success in the NBA is fragile, it's tenuous, and it's never guaranteed despite past success. The Suns shook up their core after losing in the finals, just trying to get over the hump. But that delicate balance obviously hasn't worked out. They're competitors in the West, but can they get to the ultimate prize?
You know, you talk about a foundational piece. To start his career, Devin Booker toiled through, what, Doris, a half a decade of losing in Phoenix.
It was all of that, Kevin, but what I admired most is through all of that losing, he never stopped working. And the losing never stopped bothering him. He never got comfortable with it. Now, all of a sudden, other players see his talent, they want to join him, and it's a much more competitive basketball team.
Johnson kicks to Thomas. That shot missing. Good D by Booker.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
And Milton's got the ball here for the Brooklyn Nets. Johnson. Beal pulls it in.
Boy, as slow a start as you could have. Just 1 for 4 from the field. They're struggling.
And it's good for 2. KD's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Well, this is exactly how you want to attack the defense. Kevin Durant accepting the punishment, but refuses to be denied.
Milton the pass to Bogdanovich. He kicks to Johnson. Outside Thomas. Off target from outside.
He's so frustrated. Hasn't had a make all game. It's making it very difficult for them to find any success.
Booker outside. And it's in there. Booker's got 6 points.
Well, a guard has got to come with physical intensity on the interior, and Devin Booker does just that.
Timeout call, the Nets.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
And the question they're going to have to answer to me is it a problem with the scheme or is it a problem with matchups?
And the Suns here with a different look. Mason Plumlee's. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Suns.
Their accuracy in this one has just been on another level. I mean, the 3-ball keeps falling, and the defense just hasn't been able to run them off the line.
Also, they've been living in the lane. They're getting the ball in close, and it's had a devastating impact all game long.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Suns.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And it'll advance their win total up to 12 on the season.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Mason Plumlee.
Boy, I thought his best work was his pursuit of the basketball. He competed for every rebound, fought for position in the paint, and never stopped working. I love it.
They've got Plumlee. MP out there with Grayson Allen. Then it's O'Neal. And it's Okogie in at the 3, the small forward. That's who's out there for Phoenix. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Makes it off the glass.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Well, just terrific teamwork. Each guy doing his part. You love what you're seeing from them tonight.
Milton the pass to Finney-Smith. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Third personal foul. Third team foul. Shooting for Brooklyn, Dorian Finney-Smith, taking 2 shots.
He misses the free throw. He hits the second from the line. 9 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. MP outside. Fires the three. Got it.
Convincing lead with very little time remaining, and the fans are pumped.
Well, they're getting ready to celebrate, no doubt. They know it's theirs to lose at this point.
So it's the Suns winning easily here. It was a tale of two teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see.
Congratulations. What you doing? Boss move. Boss move. What you refuse to do? Refuse to lose. Refuse to lose. I'm just trying to win. 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 Congratulations. Congratulations. Boss move. Boss move. What you refuse to do? Refuse to lose. Refuse to lose. I'm just trying to win. 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 Congratulations. I'll retire when I expire. I'll retire when I expire. I'm in the truck like a spare tire. I'm in the truck like a spare tire. Not a dragon, but I spit fire. Volcano heat, not no little old. When I was in the trenches, looking at my life through different lenses. Back when my heart was full of vengeance. Not good, but bad intentions. Somehow the Lord kept me unharmed. The Lord kept me unharmed. Kept my head up under his arms. Head up under his arms. I had a cross for a charm. Cross for a charm. The chosen one when I was born. Real Stevens, I'm the proprietor. Waiting for my company to get acquired. 200,000 strong. One day I'll have enough to buy my grandchildren homes. Generational wealth. What you doing? Boss move. Boss move. What you refuse to do? Refuse to lose. Refuse to lose. I'm just trying to win. 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 Congratulations. Boss move. Boss move. What you refuse to do? Refuse to lose. Refuse to lose. I'm just trying to win. 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 Congratulations. Once I Christian the mic and get on top of the beat, it becomes an instant classic when he 40 speak. My lyrics poke out just like a widow peak. I go like I got Fetty to fetch. Refuse to lose. Ain't no recess commercials or interludes. Right now I'm off my own. I'm at the crib. And it's this new to your. But I'm still not out of the woods yet. Even though that I'm. Project English is my language. Ghetto slang, broken English. It's hard to crack the code and distinguish. BR, before rap, I was famous. What you doing? Boss move. Boss move. What you refuse to do? Refuse to lose. Refuse to lose. I'm just trying to win. 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 Congratulations. Boss move. Boss move. What you refuse to do? Refuse to lose. Refuse to lose. I'm just trying to win. 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 Congratulations. Congratulations. Go crazy, my guy. Let's have at it. Congratulations. Enough money out here for all of us, man. Hello. Congratulations. Coast made a wave.
Tell me is you still love her? It's 5 a.m. and I'm right now. Tell me can we still 101, I'm in the zone right now. Tell me am I still telling you just how I feel right now. You say it's just a I know I lied to way before I had you right in some room. Then again, I can be. Baby, I don't wanna sound righteous. I got 20 like Bisons. I just any money I pick. She ain't even really my type in out here. She been losing herself to the night shift. She been losing herself and I guess. Oh, girl, yeah. And you've been fighting for your shot, and you've been searching for your spot. Girl, I fit it, yeah. Girl, I fit it, yeah. Oh, you think you got your groove, or you want someone like you? Tell me if you still love. It's 5 a.m. and I'm right now. Tell me, can we still? 101, I'm in the zone right now. Tell me, am I still? Telling you just how I feel right now. You say it's just a. I know, I know, I know, I know, I know, I know, I know. I lied to you way before I had you right in some rooms.
And I like some money tonight.
Then again, I can be. Yeah. I know, mommy, I know. It's 2 a.m., don't stress. At 3, that kick in. And 30, you feel you best. I turn my whole spot to crucial. It's crucial the way I left. Upstairs is like a lure be the best. I'm looking at her when her son is turning to you. Now you start, my mind is it you, is it her? We brought to the birds. F29 is my address in case you ain't heard. It's flooding upstairs, it's elite. I don't make it squeak, I make this beat. Bon appetit when I feast.
It's crazy. It's crazy. When I was doing mocap, they would just tell me freestyle, do a lot of different moves that come off the top of my head. So I would just kind of be out there just kind of doing different moves. Then they would say, all right, we'll do some moves that you do in the game. And these are the moves I've been doing for 20 years. Being able to see those moves in the game that I've made a career and a living off of was just really cool.
As a point guard, what advice can you give to both basketball players and 2K players about playing off the ball?
You do not want the defense to feel like you're predictable, where you make a cut and you go to the corner and you just stand there. You always want to have your defender on his toes, on her toes. So you want to always make sure that you're moving, cutting without the ball, obviously not cutting into a lane that one of your teammates is trying to cut into. So being aware of where you are on the floor in real life and in 2K. If you can get that down, I mean, you'll excel.
Is there a favorite dribble combo move that you have?
Basically, I call it a sway dribble. And basically, you're just floating, and you're kind of doing a float dribble to the side, either side, and you're looking at how the defense is playing you. Is the defender moving? Is he standing flat-footed? Is he trying to back off you? Is he coming to press you? So I love to do the sway move to kind of gauge to see where he is, check his temperature, so to speak. And then once I get to that point, I love to actually hit him with a quick combo move, double rocker, I call it, a quick crossover, really fast.
So you recently wrote a book about your journey in pro basketball. Talk about the advice that you give to young players that pertains to your journey and how it can help them.
Yeah, awesome. So the book is called My Misses Made Me. All the different mistakes I felt I made from when I picked up a ball when I was 14 to when I retired. Because a lot of people didn't know, I actually hated basketball until I was 14. I probably played a total of 15, 20 minutes until I was in high school. For me, that book actually goes through a whole range of emotions I had, from being on the end of the bench, to my recruitment process, to picking an agent, to the things I wish I would have did different in high school. Also, it just really...
And those will be our starters. Some intriguing matchups on the floor tonight. Sit tight. We'll be back in just a moment. Hi, everybody. Time to get into it. NBA action on 2K Sports. Brian Anderson here. With me tonight are analysts Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill, and our reporter, Allie LaForce. The starters for the Golden State Warriors. Wiggins and Green hold down the forward spots. Curry and Hield to the sharp-shooting backcourt. And it's Jackson Davis in at the 5. And for Phoenix, KD and Nurkic are the big men for him. MP is out there with Devin Booker. And it's Beal in at the 3. Well, when you were a player, Richard, did you enjoy the early part of the season?
I loved the early part of the season. All the things that you worked on during the summer, you get to implement them at the start of the season. You get to see who was putting in work. That's the part that makes the game fun.
Now here's Curry. It's Wiggins on the wing. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Curry.
And Wiggins excels at reading defenses, as well as understanding when to just catch and fire.
Here's MP. Count that bucket.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
The three from Curry. Bradley Beal with a rebound. And it's Phoenix's ball. They want to keep rolling here, following the win against Brooklyn.
Talk about strong offensive production. They went out, played to their strengths, and were successful as a result.
And no team is going to shoot 50% every night, but this team has the right approach. When the shots are falling, they can light it up.
Remember when people were questioning whether the Warriors were truly a dynasty, RJ?
I do, and that was erased for good with that championship run in 2022. I still think that that is Steph's most important championship. That title cemented them as one of the all-time great teams of the last 50 years.
Now here's MP, a key piece to their offense, putting up 12 points a game. Beal gets the bucket.
Beal is just a Picasso in that mid-range.
Pass to Jackson Davis. Now Wiggins. It's hauled in by Beal. They've been taking care of business.
Especially at the offensive end, where they've been totally in sync.
Durant, pass to MP. Deflected! In transition, here come the Warriors. And it's Hield, missing.
Just haven't found their offensive footing yet, only managing to sink one of their first 5 shots.
Back to Beal. Inside. And MP gets it to go on the assist by Beal.
That is a play that is beyond his years. MP takes the contact and still gets it to fall.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Mike Budenholzer and I got a chance to talk for a bit, and we spoke about how he plans to deal with the three-point king, Stephen Curry. He said the biggest challenge, honestly, it's not the shooting, it's the playmaking. Steph is an incredible passer, so you can't double team him. He'll find the open man. As always, it's not easy facing Steph. Brian?
As always, Allie, we thank you. Now here's Hield. Turned in an outstanding game against Oklahoma City.
Zero fear from Curry inside. 2 more points in his Hall of Fame career.
Hield has bounced around for a while now, but he's still a deadly shooter.
Hield is the definition of a shooter for hire. He's a mercenary. When he's on the floor, he's looking to pull up from deep. That's what he's paid to do. He's been an elite shooter his whole career.
Timeout called. The Suns. First chance of the year for them to go up against this Warriors team.
Last year, these two gave us a very entertaining season series, splitting the games.
And we're watching 2 teams looking to make that next step. They want to break out of the middle of the pack.
It's a completely new group for the Suns. And a new group getting ready for the Warriors. Green's checked in for Jackson Davis. Wiggins comes in for Moody. Hield's checked in for Podziemski. And it's Stephen Curry in for Schroeder.
And that's when they say you can't teach tall. This is where size helps you, owning those rebounds on the defensive end.
So on the floor for Golden State to kick off the second quarter. Curry and Hield to the sharp-shooting backcourt. Wiggins and Green hold down the forward spots. And it's Looney in at the 5. 6 on the shot clock. Nurkic. The Warriors pull it in. Here's Wiggins. Oh, he's got it! Wiggins!
Defensively, they've got to get more bodies in the paint. That's 3 straight field goals from below the free throw line.
Booker, the pass to MP. Here in the second quarter, a little over a minute of play. Pass to Beal. Poke loose. The Suns need to get off a shot for 3. Ooh, Booker from range. Pure.
Talk about a bailout shot, but how many people are composed under pressure like Booker is?
So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. Well, Richard, with his relocations and the floor he covers, Curry is still an anomaly with his conditioning.
Oh, he's got an off-season program that would make other NBA stars tap out, including myself. His conditioning is amongst the best of all time. It wears on you as a defender.
It's Booker on the wing. Now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second. MP buries the triple.
All about the confidence right there by young MP, just stepping right into that three.
Here's Curry, and there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. It's going to be on MP. And Grant, once again, Stephen Curry hit 300 threes last season, and he's in a class of his own.
Well, there have been...
And so it's the Phoenix Suns with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. They know Curry can go for 50, 60 any night, so they're forcing someone else to beat him. Back after this. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. And so it's Booker with it. He brings it up for the Phoenix Suns. They lead by 6. That's their biggest margin. KD and Nurkic are the big men for him. Devin Booker out there with MP. And it's Beal in at the small forward position. That's who's out there for Phoenix.
This is what the coaches are telling MP. No one can guard you in there. Go eat.
Curry's shot is off.
I'll tell you what, they've been aggressive and they've been physical.
Booker, the pass to MP. Now Durant. Green covering. Back to Beal. Down low. Durant owning the inside.
Inside, Durant's scoring instincts take over, helping him find a path to that difficult shot.
And here's Curry. He has 6. Wiggins passes to Curry. From outside, off the mark.
They are losing because he is struggling so bad, and he has not looked comfortable all game.
All right, we've now got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. He's got a special report. Shams, it's all yours.
Well, guys, teams are all grappling with this new CBA, especially the dreaded second apron. Fans possibly unclear on what it means. Honestly, even front offices are still navigating the complexities of the new restrictions. But basically, it has become harder for teams to spend big and acquire new players under the current systems. We'll see, guys, how this impacts everyone moving forward.
Something to keep an eye on, no doubt. All right, Shams, thanks a lot.
And this has been a nice start to the second half. They're 3 out of 4 in the rhythm on the offense right now.
Offensively, it's been a struggle for them.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
Curry against MP. Clock at 6. The 11-footer. Curry's shot is off.
Halftime didn't do them any favors offensively. They've missed 4 of their last 5 shots.
MP, the pass to Nurkic. Now here's Beal. Over Wiggins. And the Suns getting another bucket right there.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
From 13, Bradley Beal with a rebound. Beal's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
And you have to think that they're leading this game because of how they've controlled the boards tonight.
MP shot is good.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
Well, the last few years, Richard, the Suns have had some all-time greats. But this is Devin Booker's team.
Without a doubt, drafted in 2015. Book's been here his entire career. His first few seasons, the team was, let's just say they were rebuilding, but Devin stayed loyal and enjoyed some stellar seasons since then.
Time called here. The Warriors decide to talk it over. You know, over Bradley Beal's career, he succeeded in a few different roles, RJ.
Yeah, he played with the ball-dominant guy. Then he became the sole star on his team, and now he's playing with multiple stars. Evolution is a part of success, and Bradley Beal is doing it.
So Phoenix going with almost an entirely new group here. Plumlee's checked in for... Warriors trail by 18. On the floor for the Warriors. Inside, it's Wiggins at the 4 and Draymond acting as center. Stephen Curry is out there with Dennis Schroeder. And it's Pajemski in at the 3, the small forward.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Look, guys get away with this all the time. On this occasion, he got caught.
The Warriors shooting only 38% from the floor. Not great. Back to Schroeder. Up and in from the low block.
Well, I guess we could give him credit for not getting discouraged. They're still playing hard. He's doing his job out there.
Nurkic passes to MP. Sinks it again. That's his 7th made field goal in 11 tries.
They are shooting the lights out and doing a good job of maintaining this lead.
Booker against Schroeder. Shoots over Booker. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
Back to MP. Oh, trying his luck from deep. The offensive rebound. Shot by Nurkic, no good. Warriors trail by 18. Here's Curry. The rebound by MP. And so MP will bring it up for the Suns. Pass to Beal. Back to MP. The floater laid it in with a nice touch off the window. And the Suns lead by 20.
Yeah, when we talk about MP's unlimited potential, we're referring to nights like this one.
Here's Curry. 11 feet out, and he hits it.
Ooh, he has a lot of tools in the toolkit. That right there was just one of them.
MP against Curry. MP, the pass to Booker. Back to MP. Pass to Booker. 6 to shoot. Fade away. That one's good for 2.
Whether it's off the dribble or on the catch, it don't matter. Booker is one of the most proficient mid-range shooters.
They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
Here's Curry. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Nurkic has got 7 rebounds in the game. Pass to MP. Here's Durant. Back to MP. Beal against Wiggins. Ooh, plenty of contact on that shot. The officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. And when you look back at the 2023 draft, the Warriors got great value out of their picks.
Yeah, I mean, they got Pajemski with the 19th pick. So no problem for Phoenix as they get the win. Well, this
This might not have been the most competitive game we've ever seen, but you've got to appreciate their masterful performance.
And I'm sure their fans appreciated it too. We saw the outstanding defense and a loaded offensive effort. They were just dominant out there.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Richard Jefferson, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson. Thank you for being with us. We'll see you later.
Tell me, is you still love? It's 5 a.m. and I'm right now. Tell me, can we still? One-on-one, I'm in the zone right now. Tell me, am I still? Telling you just how I feel right now. You say it's just a. I know, I know, I know, I know, I know, I know, I know. I lied to way before I had you right in some room.
It's showtime for the 2K community. Let's take a look at your 2K TV top plays of the week. Let's sail to the elite affiliation with Lynx. Elevates for the snatch block, and he's running. Can somebody stop the ball? Anybody? Oh, come on. Slammed. They go coast to coast. Sir CC gets on their horse and gallops for the throwdown. They're up against the fake Mike Lowry in the theater. Steals the pass, makes some space behind the back, and meter dunks a 360. Forget the hot zone when the road to the rim is wide open. If that's the fake Mike Lowry, just imagine what the real one could do. Which two-way play gets your vote? Choose now. And hey, if you got a great assist, send them in on social with your gamer tag and the hashtag 2KT.
Up next, the Suns taking on the... Hi, everyone. Time to get into it. NBA action on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, joined at the broadcast table by Greg Anthony. And the starting group for the Spurs. Zohan is the 4 with the lengthy Wembanyama playing the 5. The guard pair are Jones and Vassell. And it's Johnson in at the small forward. And for the Suns, up front, Durant plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. Booker out there with MP. And it's Beal in at the 3 spot. Greg, tonight's game counting as an NBA Cup tournament game for these teams. And this will be the 4th for both of them in the group stage portion.
And these sides have had vastly different experiences so far. Undefeated versus a team that's yet to get a win in group. Anything can happen in group play, however, so you can't take this game for granted.
MP left side. Booker outside. Puts one up from 19. Connects, the jumper drops.
And the intelligence. Love watching Booker operate in these situations. His decision-making has really improved over the years.
High, arcing shot, and it's Jones laying it in.
Oh, such a field shot there, the floater.
Outside Durant, back to MP. Takes it from 10. Rebounded by the Spurs. And now we're being joined by our 2K insider, Shams Charania, who's calling in with a good story. Shams, what do you have?
Thanks, guys. Well, the Spurs with some experienced additions, bringing in Chris Paul and Harrison Barnes, their mentorship is likely just as valuable to this young roster as their contributions on the court. And with legendary head coach Greg Popovich, they're creating an environment for growth in San Antonio. They're really building things the right way, guys.
All right, Shams, we appreciate the report. Such an interesting player, isn't he, Coach Jeremy Sohan? He played a lot of point guard during his second season.
Yeah, Kevin, the Spurs experimented with Sohan at the 1. It was a bit unconventional. They went away from it later in the year. But that experience as a point guard will continue to help his playmaking ability as his career progresses.
And he gets the bucket.
And showing off a little with the handles there. Man, is Booker fun to watch.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Well, Kevin, I did speak with Mike Budenholzer for a few minutes. Now, he's in awe of Victor Wembanyama, just like everybody else. He said, I don't know that we can stop him. I don't know that we can slow him down. But they want to try and play a physical brand of basketball against him at both ends and see if that has any effect. Kevin?
All right, David, thanks.
First personal foul.
And always hovering around the 50, 40, 90 mark, Kevin Durant is both prolific and Greg efficient.
And Kevin, you want to talk about guys in this league who make winning plays time and time again? KD is right at the top of that list. Such a unique player. Kevin Durant, pure shooter, incredibly skilled, all at nearly 7 feet tall.
Here's Jones, pass to Sohan. Shoots it up. Again, the miss by the Spurs.
Yeah, that's a missed opportunity. Great look, just couldn't finish.
Outside Durant. From the stripe. That one's in, his first shot this game.
Anywhere Durant can find a shot, he can make a shot. That certainly includes the mid-range.
Jones with the bounce pass. Sohan finds Jones. Over MP. Jones, no luck.
Well, he certainly had trouble finding the mark this quarter.
Beal, the pass to MP.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Wembanyama against Nurkic. Outside, Beal. 5 on the clock. Nurkic trying to get open. Beal with the bucket.
And people thought Beal was just a shooter out of college, but he rounded out his game when he learned how to finish through contact.
And now the first timeout call here for the Spurs. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Sacramento.
Hey, they had their opportunities, but let's face it, they choked from the line. Hard to win that way on the road.
Yeah, those opposing crowds can put you off balance at the stripe, but you got to block out the noise and make those free throws.
And the Suns with a completely new group on the floor. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Spurs.
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
And the other thing, I love how they're playing up tonight, getting into ball handlers and forcing some turnovers.
That's good from Johnson. Something that helps up the ante for these NBA Cup games is that all of the tournament games are nationally televised. That's some added value and motivation for these squads.
Yeah, no one wants to perform poorly in front of a national audience. This is a chance early in the season to show everyone what you're about as a team and why you must be taken seriously.
Up front, Durant plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. MP out there with Booker, and it's Beal in at the small forward position. That's who's out there for Phoenix. Here's Johnson. Rebound by the Suns. KD's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
That one's good. The San Antonio lead is cut to just 1 on the basket from Nurkic.
And this is where Nurkic gets a lot of his points, staying active even after the shot goes up.
Here's Vassell. Again, the miss by the Spurs. And now here's Nurkic. He'll bring it up for Phoenix. They're getting their first look of the season at San Antonio in this one.
And even though they were the better team overall, they actually lost the season series against this club a year ago.
Beal with the bucket.
Yeah, offensively, Beal is a smooth operator.
San Antonio's gone 3 of 5 beyond the arc since the start of the second quarter. And it's Sohan missing. Phoenix has gone 2 of 4 from 3-point range so far in the second quarter. Here's MP. Nice defense by Vassell.
Wow. Missed the easy one right there, right at the rim, but came up empty.
And with this score of the Suns in a break, you never know who is going to initiate the offense for them.
And that can cause problems at times, Kevin. Can run you into issues keeping the ball moving. Turnovers can be their Achilles heel as well.
KD against Wembanyama. Shoots. And MP with the basket on the assist by KD. MP's got his second bucket of the night. Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. You know, Greg, with a combination of Wembanyama and Coach Greg Popovich, the Spurs should be a great defensive team.
Yeah, it's hard with a young roster because all 5 guys have to work in unison, and often someone's going to make a mistake.
Johnson has been leading the charge for the San Antonio Spurs. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. We'll get you back to the action after this break. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Well, you have to like what we're seeing from Keldon Johnson.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Yeah, and in terms of slowing him down, I think they're going to have to change things up. Give him some different looks.
Here's who Greg Popovich is starting in the second half. Sohan is the 4 with the lengthy Wembanyama playing the 5. Vassell in the wing along with Johnson. And it's Jones in at point guard. Booker dishes to Nurkic. Over Jones. And Nurkic gets it to go. Nurkic has got the first basket of the third quarter for Phoenix. San Antonio leading. There's the pass to Sohan. Back to Jones. Rebound by Nurkic.
The defense did a really good job of choking off the middle there once he got inside.
They now take the lead. Beal's got 9.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
Jones drives in. Nurkic with the block.
And that 7'2" wingspan for Nurkic, he can just gobble up shots. He knocks that one away with authority. Ugly start. The second half, they've missed their first 4. They've got to get on track.
And they get it back. Durant going to work in zone.
Well, his rebounding is such a boost for this team, especially when it comes on the offensive end.
Passes it to Vassell. Back to Jones. Pass to Johnson. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Nurkic has got 5 rebounds tonight.
Ouch. 5 shots without a make. That's a really ragged start coming out of halftime.
They get it back. KD with the bucket.
Persistence on the glass. Durant's high motor on full display there.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Johnson surveying the floor. Pass to Vassell. Outside, Jones. Again, the miss by Jones.
His shot selection's been poor. If I were coaching this team, he'd be sitting next to me.
And the pass to Beal. Nurkic with it. Sohan's there. Nurkic kicks to MP.
2 minutes remaining.
MP is showing the range.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Spurs trail by 8. Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. And awards now have a minimum amount of games needed to qualify. An interesting twist in this whole story.
Yeah, and it seems logical because of the uproar from the fans and the media that they implement this. And how can you be that impactful in reality, though, if you only play half the year?
Different look. Royce O'Neal's checked in for Durant. Okogie comes in for Beal. Allen's checked in for Devin Booker. And Jones subbed in for MP. Here's Sohan. Plays it up and banks it in.
And with
changes here for the Spurs. Wembanyama. He's checked in for Zach Collins. Johnson comes in for Harrison Barnes. And it's Vassell in for Sohan. Champagny passes to Vassell. And the layup's good off the glass.
Well, strong play by Vassell inside. Getting him a look this close is almost a sure bucket.
Up front, Durant plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. Booker out there with MP. And it's Beal in at the 3, the small forward. That's who's out there for Phoenix. MP against Vassell. Count the basket. Vassell's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Well, those were some weight room points from Vassell, flexing his muscles.
Now, here's MP. Beal, the pass to MP. MP gets a tough shot to go.
And some kind of switch must have been flipped at halftime because both teams are getting after it.
Yeah, and you can feel the pace picking up in this second half. Both teams have dialed up the intensity.
Passy, the pass to Vassell. Drills the three-pointer.
Well, this is Vassell's game. He can do that all day.
Here comes MP, and he makes good on the layup. MP's got 9 points here in the second half.
And that's what you like to see right there. A solid move to give himself some room and take it inside.
Passes to Bassey. Vassell outside. A floater from 20 feet out. And Devin Booker pulls it down. Booker's got 4 rebounds in this game. Terrific body control from Booker.
An underrated athlete with a solid handle. Defenders can't always keep up with Booker on the drive.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. And now, let's present our New Balance player of the game, Devin Booker.
Yeah, and his percentage from the field tonight seems almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
San Antonio making a switch here. Jones is checked in. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Greg Popovich talking to his team during the break. Now, he reminded his team to keep looking.
team foul.
The three is there, take it.
Shooting
Done a good job getting those looks, so keep taking them. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second.
Well, you like the passion Jones steps on the floor with, especially for being so undersized.
Jeremy Sohan's checked in for San Antonio.
Every point matters in a game like this. We should remember that in this free throw when it's all said and done.
Spurs trail by 5. Pass to Jones. 1:29 left to play here in the fourth. MP grabs the miss. Sun shooting has been fun to watch in this game. They're at 57%. Shoots a three. That will fall for his 7th bucket. 7 for 15 in this game.
MP is a cool customer from 3. Great form from the up-and-coming player.
Here's Wembanyama. Lays it up off the glass.
Well, with his size, Wembanyama is the ideal option in close situations. Wembanyama will get a clean look.
MP powers through the contact inside. And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for San Antonio. Trailing here by 8. Inside. And Wembanyama throws it down.
Watch out. Wembanyama hammering that one home.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Trey Jones. First personal foul. First team foul.
.43 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Beal gets a wide open look. Another 3 for Phoenix.
And it's just competing. You know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, they've got clutch guys on this team, and they never let up.
Here's Wembanyama. It's hauled in by the Suns. There's 21 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Booker with no one around. Good, and the assist goes to MP. Booker's got the lead up to 12 now for the Suns. Outside, Jones. Johnson outside. Three-pointer. No good on that one. And so it's Phoenix easily grabbing this one. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step in becoming a good team is your ability to win at home. And they really seem to revel in that opportunity. And this is what they came out to do.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. So for Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, I'm Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. See you later.
Tell me if you still love me. It's 5 a.m. and I'm right now. Tell me, can we still? 101, I'm in the zone right now. Tell me, am I still? Telling you just how I feel right now. You say it's just a. I know, I know, I know, I know, I know, I know, I know. I lied to way before I had you right in some room. Then again, I can be. Baby, I don't wanna sound righteous. I got 20 like bisons. I just any money I pick. She ain't even really my type in out here. She been losing herself to the night shift. She been losing herself and I get it. Oh yeah, I get it. Yeah, and you've been fighting for your shot and you've been searching for your spot. Girl, I fit it. Yeah, girl, I fit it. Yeah. Oh, you think you got your groove? Oh, you want Tell me, can we still? One-on-one, I'm in the zone right now. Tell me, am I still? Telling you just how I feel right now. You say it's just a. I know. I lied to way before I had you right in some wounds.
Like some money tonight.
Then again, I can be. Yeah, I know, mommy, I know. It's 2 a.m. no stress. At 3 that kick in, and 30 you feel you best. I turn my whole spot to crucial. It's crucial the way I left. Upstairs is like a look be the best. I'm looking at her when her son turning to you. Now you start. My mind is it you, is it her? We brought to the birds. F29 is my address in case you ain't heard. It's flooding upstairs, it's a leak. I don't make it squeak, I make it beat. Bon appetit when I feast. Slipping and slide through the streets. It takes a finesse, especially in this cabaret Jeep. Engine make it hard to creep. Just leave the gate open. Through the side door, I'm a creep. Are you by the Terrell? And all the kids downstairs asleep. And are you obsessed by yourself? A minute from there. Baby, do tell. Tell me, is you still love? It's 5 a.m. and I'm right now. Tell me, can we still? One-on-one, I'm in the zone right now. Tell me, am I still? Telling you just how I feel right now. You say it's just a. I know.